Hey guys, welcome to the pod seat. My name is AJ.
Hello guys, this is Lex. Again, welcome back. And we have a funny video slash series probably today.
We're gonna talk about Chris Rock and Will Smith and our reaction to what we saw. Well, I think we should start off by saying this happened like about a year ago. I think Chris is still salty. He got
Yeah.
stopped on stage in front of the whole world on the Oscars, which is like the grandest stage for Hollywood, and he was basically like slapped into like another age.
Well,
And
he didn't only got slapped, man. He got bitch slapped. That was embarrassing.
uh if I was Chris Rock, I would be pissed. If I was Chris Rock, I'd fight. Well, if I was Chris Rock, I actually wouldn't fight back because, uh, you know, Will Smith basically did it because it was Chris Rock. It wasn't like The Rock. It wasn't like Jason Momoa or
I
even Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said it wasn't me, or he would have like if I saw him coming out, he would have saw my leg in his face or something.
I think Chris Rock did the right thing. I give credit to the guy 'cause he did the right thing. I don't think doing anything else would have been right. He was the bigger man that moment, that day. And I give him a lot of respect for that. A
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, like that to me to take that hit and continue just to finish whatever your monologue was, took a lot of that is very hard to do. Uh, and he did it in a very professional manner. And that's I applaud that guy for continuing. Now,
Yeah.
a lot of the criticism that he received was that why didn't he react to it, or why wouldn't you do something back? But that's like that's when we were in school, if somebody came
Yeah.
to slap us and they're like, oh, how you gonna take that? Da, 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 da. Well, what Chris did is basically he savored it up and took it out a whole year later in front of the world, just like uh Will Smith did on Netflix's live first first ever live comedy show. So I think that was a pretty good revenge scheme that he planned.
It is. And first of all, man, I'd like Will Smith, but I do not agree what he did. I don't. I don't know what this guy was thinking. He lost a lot of credit. He lost a lot of audience too, I think. Because before that, the guy was a clean, like good actor, no bad record, none of that. And I don't know where he come and slapped this other guy. Keep in mind, man, these guys are in the same business. Uh, Chris Rock was talking about his wife. This is not the first time. It's not Chris Rock's fault
He
that
didn't.
she
He
was
didn't.
unfaithful. And both of them were sitting in the table talking about it, how she was unfaithful to him. That wasn't new. It wasn't a breaking news. Everybody knew. And for him to get upset, forget it. She has to go. I know that. She's a
Uh,
bad, like,
I'm glad you said, yeah, because in the first part you kind of had me like, how I know I like Will Smith as an actor, amazing actor. I loved his movies. I'm still a fan of his, and it hurts for me to see another man go through this with so much blessings that he has received. And I'm not saying it came easy. I'm sure he had to put a lot of work into it. A lot of sacrifice went into it. But to get to that level which he was at, and he was one time the highest paid actor, the most well-known actor, and to that saying that says it takes a lifetime to build a life of respect and it takes a second to lose it.
Yeah,
That was his second. And he is a I think he wants to bring good to this world. Like as he was saying, I want to bring good to this world, and if anyone tries to but what he showed basically was the opposite of what he was trying to say. And a lot of people were clapping that night. It showed a lot of people, like it's like your friends, like the toxic friends you would have, like no matter what kind of bad thing you'll do, if you're important to them, they'll cheer you on until you're not, you know
yeah, yeah.
till you're not important to somebody, they'll continue praising you, and then once things get really tough, they'll bail out. And I don't think Will Smith is in that much of a tough situation. He did apologize. He did say sorry, but the thing is that a lot of people know, like what you were saying, his wife is really messing with his head, and she's the most toxic person that is surrounding him. And if your wife is the most toxic person in your life,
You
that
have a problem.
yeah, you have a problem, but you have no idea, because then it's very hard for a man, because then I know what he's trying to do. He doesn't want to leave her because he wants to be that man that, hey, no matter what kind of relationship we have, we're gonna be thick and strong through no matter what happens to us. And then because our kids, we want to be there for our kids, but I think their kids are old enough. They have their own weird obsessions, and they'll make it themselves. They're adults too now.
Well, AJ, now that I know, have you heard him being unfaithful to her?
I mean, I've heard him being unfaithful to her, but I mean, I don't know how true it is. I mean, but it is said
But we do
that,
know that she has.
but
That's
yeah,
for
we
sure.
do know for sure she has. There has been times where so I mean, I don't know if we can pull up the clip at the red table. There's a moment where she says she cheats on him, and you can see his face. It's just like, oh, what a sad depicting
I saw that
human right
video.
there. And then
I
after
saw,
that, he says, yeah, I get, but if I want to get you back, I'll get you back big. And then she'll go, oh yeah, yeah, you did get me back big. But like that's just being pathetic. Like you trying to get her back now, and then she's trying to get you. She doesn't really care. Yeah, if she really cared, she wouldn't have done that embarrassing interview to blast you like that in public. And I don't know what the hell it was going on in his head, thinking that, oh, well, there's relationships like this all the time. And, it's healthy for us to like just bring it out in public. We'll do it our way. What the fuck kind of, like, first of all, you already know how I am with the world being too open. Nobody, well, actually, I'm gonna take that back. People want to know what your fucking business is, and they want to tell you, excuse my language, they want to tell you, uh, they want to get involved, and they want to tell you, hey, this and this and this and this. That's why Twitter and social media is so popular, because everyone has their own opinion about your life. But the more private your life is, I think the more peaceful you are. The
but they
more
don't need.
private a person is, I don't see that many problems with them. But then there is, like, people that, they're so private. Oh, we wouldn't ever know that these guys were gonna be murderers or this and that. It's always something. So I mean, I think there should be a balance in your
But
private and personal, public life.
yeah, Will Smith doesn't need that kind of marketing to make money. The guy already has money. He has a good,
It's
well,
to stay
had a
relevant.
good career.
Will Smith is good, but Jada Pinkett Smith, who the fuck? I mean, again, excuse my language. who is really gonna Google her? They're gonna Google her when something spicy comes out. So her cheating on him with his son's best friend, bro, that tells you something. That tells you, like, just that idea. You're throwing that idea out there.
But
If
she's
if you're throwing it to like a million of people, that idea is gonna go to some mom. And some mom's gonna be like, you know what? Maybe I want to get involved with my son's best friend. I'm not saying that all moms are perverted, but there are some wild thoughts that go through some moms. And just
yeah,
putting
but
that idea in there is like, planting a seed into somebody's brain. You know what I'm saying? And then it could cause like those kind of relationships to happen. Because I'm pretty sure, you know, once you throw ideas out there, that's when it becomes, movements. So they were throwing an idea out there, and they know what they were doing. They were getting paid for it. So
yeah, but
yeah,
I mean, how much is enough to get paid to destroy your image,
it had
his image, because
her
her
image is
image was
tarnished too, but she doesn't see it that way. She see like because she's surrounded by people that are uplifting her. You see what I'm saying? That you should come out to your husband and be able to say these things to show your true emotions, even though you were in a dark place. Da da da. Why was she in a dark place? He was in a dark place. He was like at the top. He was at the top, and she wasn't. She didn't see that.
but see
She
that
wanted, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
that
She
is
was
like a
at the top.
that is like the Me Too movement. I mean, that's what she has. She wants to be and feel superior than Will Smith.
Yeah,
And
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 and when
and
that happens, relationship is not never good.
yeah,
If
and
your
Will
wife,
Smith should know that hey, it's time for me to leave, because I
yeah,
mean that would be the smart movement. If your wife cannot, and not it's not marital advice, but this is just like my point of view. Uh, if you see your spouse not committing as like a goal together, like
yeah,
whatever your goals were in the beginning of the marriage, y'all are all in love and then the honeymoon stage, but then like later on, if you see another spouse succeed, you shouldn't be envious or jealous of your spouse. You should be, and vice versa, the person that is being successful shouldn't forget that the sacrifices that your spouse is making. You
yeah.
should be able to help her or him to become successful together. That's the
It,
beauty of marriage, and a lot of people forget that because they're very selfish, and sorry to say it, it's the mentality has been seeded and planted
it's
that
been damaged.
yeah, it's been damaged by these characters that you see and watch on TV.
Yeah,
That's why
but
go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, but going back to Chris Rock,
Yeah,
I think the way he did it, I think it was a payback, and it was a good payback.
yeah.
It just I just don't see any other way. He's making money off of it. Like he said, he's not a bitch, so he didn't go and start going to and giving interviews. So it is what it is, and hopefully Will Smith is gonna learn.
I mean, I think he knows he messed up. I think he learned his lesson. But I think Chris Rock just needed to put this out there for his own image too. He didn't have to blast Will Smith, but it's been a long time coming that
That is fine. He did what he needed to do.
yeah, and but he did needed to respond. And then he I think extended it by basically saying that this guy basically needs help. He's
Yeah,
when he said if you want me to play the clip.
yeah. Just go ahead and play just like a few seconds. So,
Yeah, let
uh,
me share the screen.
Yeah, but that was
I think you could still see the pain in his eyes.
yeah.
He doesn't want to do it because you know he knows Will Smith was a really good friend. But I mean, now it's like at a moment where
He didn't do nothing that night. That's why. Because I was praying. What did you do that? And why he heard it? Okay? And who he think? Like, and he knows he could be. That is some. And you know what my parents taught me?
Yeah, you can see it in his face. You can see it that he's not happy what he went through a year ago. Hopefully Will Smith is gonna see it and then maybe he's gonna realize that what he did wasn't right.
I mean, what he said over there, she's hurt him more than he hurt me. That says it all.
Yeah.
Like that says it all, and that tells you that when he says that, he knows that you know. I mean, he knows that what that slap wasn't for him. It was basically you know him being in a the Will Smith being in a separate mindset.
He was frustrated and
Yeah,
he didn't know
with
where
his
to
own
put the
situation.
energy. Yeah.
And he put it at the wrong place, wrong time in front of the world. And things like that can happen when, like I said, when especially if it's your wife, if the most toxic person in your life is your wife, these things will happen and these things will continue to happen no matter what. Because until she realizes, like, man, she's gonna have to like really sacrifice because people forget that marriage consists of sacrificing, consists of compromising, consists of a lot of denials of your own happiness to make the other person happy. Not saying that you shouldn't be happy either, but if you can't see that sometimes it's not always rainbows and sunshines,
Yeah.
sometimes you got to weather the storm to find the sunshine and rainbows. But a lot of people want to give up, right? They don't want to continue through, you know, seeing.
Her her way of being married is one way street. It's her way. Will Smith has no say.
I think
He just work and bring the money home. That's it. To her, in her world, that's what who he is. He's the money maker
I think
and he has no
there's
say.
this part where they say that you know he's always tried to impress her. He's always tried to done everything. He became the top actor, the top entertainer at a given time for her, and it still wasn't enough. I think he said that one time at the red table that he planned this extravagant party and she did not give one you know beep
Yeah.
because
Well, we kind of know.
sometimes the ladies do not care no matter what you do for her. They do not care because to them at that moment they think that you know they have you by the balls. They don't respect you. They don't cherish you. They don't treasure you till you're gone. He needs to get the hell out of there for her to realize what the hell she had and then
Well,
never even look back.
I want to
Never
continue
even
this
look back.
video. I want to continue this one on the
She is
separate
not going to get
video.
a better man